In the past 5 years, I've grown my Shopify store from $0 to $1.5 million in annual sales with zero outside capital. And one of the biggest game changers in my advertising strategy has been how I used AI to create high converting ads that actually sell products. I'm not talking about those basic ChatGPT prompts that give you generic boring copy that sounds like it was written in the 1970s. I'm talking about a systematic approach of using AI tools that helps me create ads that convert at double the rates of my old manual process. So in this video, I'm going to break down my exact AI workflow for creating high converting e-commerce ads, the specific tools I use, and the prompts that actually work so you can steal this process and start creating better ads for your store immediately. Here's the harsh truth. 90% of e-commerce store owners are completely sabotaging their ad performance by using AI the wrong way, and I see this mistake everywhere. Most people just open ChatGPT and type something like, write me a Facebook ad for my skincare product or create an ad for my fitness equipment. But this copy is never as good as you would expect. Here's what I observed after analyzing over 200 failing ad campaigns. Generic AI copy has zero emotional connection, no understanding of your specific customer's language, and absolutely no grasp of what actually motivates buyers to purchase. Here are some bad prompts I see daily. Write a catchy Facebook ad for my jewelry store, create an Instagram ad that sells my workout gear, make an ad about my skincare brand being the best, write copy that makes people buy my supplement. When you see these lazy prompts, here's what actually happens. Your ads sound robotic and corporate, they use industry jargon that your customers won't relate to, and they focus on features instead of the emotional transformation that your product provides. And worst of all, they completely ignore the specific pain points and desires that drive the target audience to buy. The result? You're burning through thousands in ad spend copy that converts worse than a telemarketer reading a 1980s script. I've seen stores waste $50,000 on generic AI copy that generated less than $10,000 in sales, so that's less than 20% ROAS. Before I even think about touching any AI tools, I spend 2 to 3 hours collecting what I call the conversion intelligence. This is the foundation that separates winning ads from expensive failures. I maintain a living document of every ad angle that's generated over $10,000 in profit, and here's what I track for each of these angles. The exact emotional trigger it hits, fear, desire, urgency, or social proof, the specific customer segment it resonates with the most, product benefits it emphasizes, the objections it overcomes, and the call to action structure that converts the best. For example, one of my winning angles for a productivity supplement targets overwhelmed entrepreneurs with a fear-based hook. It goes like this: why successful business owners secretly struggle with brain fog, and the 30-second morning ritual that changed everything. I have a systematic process for extracting the exact words and phrases my customers use. Here's my method. I export every 4- and 5-star review and highlight phrases that describe problems, emotions, and transformations. I'm looking for raw, unfiltered language like, I was embarrassed to take off my shirt at the beach, or finally something that actually works without making me jittery. Customer service conversations reveal pain points in their own words. I catalog every complaint, question, and concern because these become powerful ad angles. I send post-purchase surveys asking what almost stopped you from buying and how would you describe this product to a friend. The responses become ad copy gold mines. I don't just rely on ChatGPT like most people. I built a set of AI tools, each for a separate job. My favorites are Claude for strategic thinking. I use Claude for analyzing my collected data and identifying winning angles. It's superior at understanding context and making strategic connections between customer pain points and product benefits. ChatGPT 4 for creative execution. Once I have a strategy from Claude, I use ChatGPT for rapid creative execution and variations. It excels at taking my detailed prompts and producing multiple ad versions quickly. Copy.ai for headline optimization. The headline generator, when fed with proper context, creates compelling hooks that grab attention in busy social feeds. Jasper for longer form storytelling ads. When I need narrative-driven ads or longer video sales letter scripts, Jasper handles complex storytelling better than other tools. By the way, if you want some help implementing the complete AI ad creation system I use to scale e-commerce stores to more than 1 million, you can click the first link in the description below to learn about my one-to-one coaching program. Now, here's where most people completely mess up their AI prompting, and this mistake alone can make or break your entire ad campaign. This is where the magic happens. I break down every prompt into 3 essential sections. First is the context block, where I tell AI everything about my brand personality, specific product benefits, and most importantly, my target customers' exact pain points and language they actually use when talking about the problems. Second is an objective block where I'm crystal clear about what I want this ad to accomplish. Is it driving sales, building an email list, or maybe just getting video views? The AI needs to know the specific goal you have in mind. Number 3 is the output specifications, where I tell AI exactly what format I need, how long it should be, what tone to use, and what kind of call to action I need. Here's the difference between a good prompt and a bad prompt. A bad prompt will look something like this. Write a Facebook ad for my anti-aging cream that converts well. That's it. No context, no customer information, no specific goals. A good prompt, using my framework, includes everything AI needs to create something that actually converts. I tell it exactly who I'm targeting, let's say 35 to 45-year-old professional women who are starting to notice fine lines and feel like they're becoming invisible in their careers. I explain that they've tried drugstore creams that don't work, they're skeptical of expensive products with big promises, and they use specific phrases like, I don't recognize myself in the mirror anymore, or I want to feel confident again. I tell the AI about my winning angle, that I focus on the confidence transformation, not just the physical changes. I explain my product's unique benefit and ask for specific format with exact requirements for hooks, proof points, and call to actions. Before every prompting session, I provide what I call a brand brief. I give it the brand personality. Are we the rebel challenging industry norms, or maybe we're the trusted advisor or an innovative disruptor? This determines the tone and messaging approach. How do we talk to our customers, like a best friend, a mentor, or a coach? This influences the language patterns and emotional connection strategies. Market position. Are we premium, value, disruptive? This affects how we handle pricing, quality claims, and competitive positioning. Next is the USP. What's the one thing that our competitors can't copy easily? This becomes the anchor for all messaging. I have a mental template I use for about 80% of my ad creation, and it goes something like this. I tell the AI to act as a direct response copywriter specializing in my specific niche. Then I describe my target customer, the main pain points and desires. I explain what my product does and provide specific proof. I tell it what tone to use based on my brand personality and which winning angle to incorporate. Most importantly, I'm specific about what I want the ad to accomplish and what format I need. And I always tell it what mistakes to avoid that are common in my niche. Getting good output from AI isn't a one-shot deal. I have a systematic refinement process that turns mediocre AI copy into conversion machines. It's a 5-step process, so step 1 is the initial generation. I never accept the first output. I generate between 3 and 5 variations of every ad using slightly different prompts, then identify the strongest elements from each. Step 2 is I have a checklist, so every AI-generated ad goes through my conversion checklist. Does it hook the customer within 3 seconds? Does it speak the customer's language, not industry jargon? Does it focus on one primary benefit? Does it address the main objection? Does it include specific social proof? Does it create urgency without being pushy? Does it have clear, compelling call to action? Does it match our brand voice? Does it avoid compliance red flags? Does it differentiate from competitors? Does it connect emotionally before logically? And finally, does it guide towards the next step clearly? But even that's not enough. That's why we go to step 3. I add personal touches that AI can't replicate. Specific customer success stories, timely cultural references, industry-specific insights, and personal brand elements. Finally, we're ready to test AI versus human-written copy, so we run systematic tests comparing AI-generated copy with my previous manual copy, different AI tools against each other, various prompting strategies, and human-enhanced AI versus pure AI output. My tracking shows that AI-enhanced copy using my method outperforms pure human-written copy by 34% on average, while pure AI copy underperforms human copy by 23%. Finally, I use a systematic approach to identify and scale winning AI-generated creative. Every ad gets tagged with the AI tool used and the prompt framework. I track CTR, CPC, and conversion rates by AI generation method. Winning ads get expanded into creative series using the same AI approach, and I document successful prompt modifications for future use. What sets my AI ad system apart is how I layer context to create ads that don't just convert, but scale profitably. I call this the conversion context stacking. Layer 1 is customer psychology context. Before writing my ad, I feed AI detailed psychological profiles using Kenneth's customer avatar methodology. This includes emotional triggers, buying motivations, skepticism patterns, and decision-making criteria. Layer 2 is market position context. I provide provide the AI with competitive landscape analysis, including what messages are saturated, which angles are underutilized, and where the opportunities exist to stand out. Finally, layer 3, performance history context. Most importantly, I feed the AI data from my best performing campaigns, including specific phrases that drive action, emotional hooks that generate engagement, and proof points that overcome objections. Here's a before and after from my supplement store. Before, generic AI copy. Try our premium omega-3 supplement for better health, made with pure fish oil and backed by science. Order now and save 20%. After, with my contact stacking method, the 47-year-old executive who avoided his doctor for 2 years until his wife found this in his medical cabinet. Dr. Sarah Chen was terrified when her husband Mark kept postponing his annual physical. At 47, his energy was crashing by 3 p.m. and she had caught him secretly googling heart attack symptoms late at night. That's when she discovered the same omega-3 protocol she now recommends to all her cardiology patients. Within 30 days, Mark's energy returned, his focus sharpened, and his doctor was shocked by his cardiovascular improvement. Now, 3,000 executives use the same 30-second morning protocol, but here's the problem. We can only produce 500 bottles per month of our pharmaceutical-grade formula. Some performance metrics, the ROAS increased by 347%. Unlike generic copywriting, e-commerce requires addressing specific customer objections related to online purchasing like trust, shipping concerns, product quality, return policies, and social proof. My AI system incorporates these e-commerce system-specific elements automatically by training on successful e-commerce campaigns rather than general copywriting examples. The result is ads that don't just grab attention but guide the prospect through the complete online buying journey, from initial interest to completed purchase. So that's exactly how you can use AI to create high converting ads that actually sell your products. But here's something that I didn't tell you at the start of this video. Everything that I told you is completely useless if you don't know how to set up profitable ad campaigns that actually scale your e-commerce store. Click on this video if you want to learn my complete ad strategy that took my store from $0 to $1.5 million in sales, including the exact campaign structures, bidding strategies, and scaling methods I use in 2025. I'll see you in the next one.